Yes, Prasanna.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so we can start it.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute, huh?
Yes, sir.
Just hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible. Hello. Hello.
Headphone I use
Yeah, now it's clear, sir.
because the headphone connectivity is having some issue.
Acha.
So no problem.
Okay, okay, sir.
So sales and distribution module basically, as you know, the selling the product to the customer through the distribution channel. Okay? Sales and distribution is completely a process in the sales department for selling the product to the customer via distribution channel. Okay. So in the sales and distribution module, there is two important area we have to know. One second. That is the organization structure and master data. Okay. Sales
Okay.
organization. Organization structure means the structure of the organization, enterprise structure, department, offices, branch, plant, warehouse, shipping area, and master data about the customer, about the product, about the price. Mm. The sales and distribution module where we involve for any project for the client, okay, like implementation project. Implementation, you understood, no? What is the concept of implementation? The company who first time going to use SAP system. So that project we call implementation project, where we configure all the structure of the client. So in the sales and distribution module, we have a sales office, sales group like that. But whenever we're going to implement SAP to the any company, any client, okay, we have to know the client, okay, enterprise structure, department. We collect the information from the client core team and a core user. In the sales and distribution module, we have basically we have to understand the sales organization, distribution channel, division, and sales office and sales. Other area are like client and company code is a part of finance module, plant come under the material management, shipping point, loading point come under the logistic execution. Sales organization is the highest level in the sales, okay, in department. Like it can be called sales head office, okay. Sales head office, yeah, head of the department, that's called sales organization. and basically it is responsible for all the transaction of the sales, sales operation. It is a organization unit where we have all the sales activities, monitoring all the sales process, right? And sales organization has different distribution channel. The distribution channel concept is very simple. The product reach to the customer hand by any channel that is called distribution channel, like distributor, dealer, retailer, online, right? And division is a product line, grouping the product which has similar in character. That is called division. And sales office, the branch, sales office is a branch office where we actually do the sales. Okay, and inside the sales office, we have a group of employees. That is called sales group. And this is the structure, right? Clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And client means the company, corporate group. Just like given the example, Tata Group of Company, Godrej Group of Company has many areas. So client is a company, and company code is a part of client. It is a client is a parent, company code is a child, and company code is subsidiary or in the subdivision of the client. That's like a Tata Group of Company has Tata Chroma, Tata Motors, Tata TCS. Godrej also has Tata Godrej Property, Godrej Interior, like that. That is called company code. So we are connected to the company code. Okay. Hmm. We are connected to the company code. You can see. Now this is the structure. We are the company code. So client and company code. What relation here? One to many. One client that got a 14 company code. So one to many. Right? All 14 company work for the only one client. Got it, right? Not like it got an interior for the other company, like Reliance. No. All under the same client. Okay. So very simple relation. One client, many company code. Okay. And one company code can have one sales organization, head of the organization, or maybe more than one. Like in Mumbai, one sales head office, in Bangalore, one sales head office, Delhi, one sales head office, Chennai sales head office, right? That is all sales organization. And distribution channel, the channel by which product is to the customer, like distributor, dealer, retailer, and division is a product line, like electronic division, cosmetic division, food division, software division, hardware division, and combination of these three called sales area. Sales area is nothing like it is a combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and division. So whatever we do in the sales, it will be routed through the sales area. Everything we do in the sales, like order, in bill, invoice, delivery, everything, whatever, it comes to the under the sales area. Okay. Hmm. And there is a plant, and plant has a store location. Plant is a physical location where we produce the goods, where we manufacture the goods. And that place in the plant, inside the plant, it's called storage location, where we're keeping the stock. And shipping point, a location from which goods are shipped to the customer. Here, this is the first of the structure under the enterprises we have to know in the here. Okay, organization structure. Let's see what is the purpose of organization structure. Okay, one second. Purpose is very clear. No, the purpose of organization structure actually for managing all the activity in the different department and getting full transparency transaction, okay, and process flow and operating all the different areas like sales, purchasing, production, okay. Then also used for reporting. Reporting, reporting just like in sales department, how much sales happened in this month. So we do the reporting under the enterprise structure. If enterprise structure is not there, Not possible to do any reporting. Which department, what sales happened, no, what sales we did. You cannot get all the information. So it is a for reporting analysis also we do. Okay. And one more enterprise structure we have, that is we have integration. Integration, that we are connected to the different department. That is also important. And integration with the finance module, material management. No, we do the integration. Okay. So just like a one company, we have Tata Group. Let's see. Tata Group of company has many departments. But first under the Tata Group of company, we have company called Tata Chroma. Okay. Then Tata TCL, Tata Motor. This is a part of company, Tata Group of company. Okay. This is called company code. And company code has many areas like sales area, purchasing area, production area, plant, warehouse, everything under the company code. Right. So we have to. Now, under the sales and distribution, we have to understand the structure of sales order processing. Structure of sales order processing. Just take an example. We are in the sales department. So what our job to collect the order from the customer and forward to the logistic department for delivery process. So when customer raise a sales order, first we have to know is customer sales area. Sales area means what? Customer under which sales area, like in Mumbai. Is in Mumbai, that's the sales organization in Mumbai. Customer has a distribution channel. He may be direct customer, or he may be distributor, dealer, retailer, wholesaler. Okay. And he ordered a particular product. That product belongs to a specific division. Okay. So this is important. While placing the order from the customer, the sales area is playing a very important role. So that order come from the sales department, and that sales area is important, but the product will be delivered from the plant, which come under the company code. Plant means the manufacturing unit where we have a finished goods manufactured. The when customer order the goods, it will be delivered from the plant. So we are all connected. So it's very easy to do all the process go in this. And in the some in the same sales organization, we have many offices. Okay, just let's take example in Mumbai, yeah, and Bangalore. Two sales office. One is Mumbai, another one is in Bangalore. So in Mumbai, you have your own sales office in Vikhroli. For example. So in sales office in Vikhroli, you have different sales group. Okay, it's not necessary ki you handling all type of product. You only handling the industrial customer. You're handling this specific product for the customer. So you are under the one sales group. They're only involved in the activities of particular product, not for all. And another sales group within the sales office also we have employee group that also involved with the another sales activity. So that is the internal structure of sales organization where we have a sales office, and in the sales office we have a group of employees within the sales office. And structure of distribution, how product will be distributed to the customer. How customer receive the goods. Okay. The customer obviously order the sales department, the product will be come out from the plant for delivery process, right? Because product keeping the plant area. And from plant, it come to the place from where it finally move. The place where the product will be dispatched and moved to the customer. That is called shipping point. It may be company has their own shipping point inside the plant. From there, the product will be loaded in the transport and dispatched and moved to the customer or to the customer. Or the company not have any shipping plant point inside their area. The product is coming to the various shipping point, just like a railway station, where we using a mode of transport is train. The product come to the sea harbor, where we using a mode of transport ship to moving to the another country. We have a airport, there we are using the place airport for loading the good to the air cargo. So that is called shipping point. And shipping point has loading point where the product is getting loaded in the transport. So we have to understand this concept, how product will be distributed. The product will be come out from the plant, reach to the shipping point and load in the transport and move to the customer place. That is the process of distribution. And next, the organization structure, we have a master data. As we discussed, like master data is the one of the most important data of the client, which basically used for day-to-day transaction in the sales. And in the sales transaction, we need a customer information, we need a product information, we have required a pricing information. So master data concept is very simple. Every organization, they have some important data which frequently used by employee of the department, which what purpose they use for making the order and process for delivery and invoice. Okay. The data is used to repeatedly by uh, department where we have employee who involved in the all activity in the sales, delivery and billing process. Okay. So there is a condition master data basically about the price. Okay. And there is a customer master data. Customer master data, it is a, contains all the information necessary for processing the order. Very simple. Customer master data consists of customer information, their name, address, communication details, payment terms. What are the terms of payment of customer? It may be paid immediate or has some credit period. So terms of payment. Then contact details, some other details like it come under the which company code, what they have sales areas, what distribution channel, what division. These are all information. Okay, and there is a material master data. Some simple customer master data contain information about the customer. So material master data consists of material information. No? Material information. It's a list of material. What material we have, the details of the material specification of material will be stored. That information of the material are which are ready to sold to the customer, which after manufacturing is stored in the record that is called material master record. Okay, material master data. Right. Here. And there is a condition master data. We have very simple. This is a master data for price, discount, freight charges, taxes. Okay. And there is a customer material info record. So this is all about the customer information. Material information. Okay, sorry, customer on material information. At output master data, the data of the which is used for taking the output of the document, such as for order confirmation or invoice, we sending the printout mail to the customer. The importance of master data is basically uh, for reduce some issues, like while creating the order, you don't need to find any difficulty. They will get all the information of the customer. Okay, product information like that. Simple. Customer master data, it's all about customer information. And customer master data, it is divided into three areas. Customer master data divided into three areas. That is general data, company code data, and sales area data. General data, it's like a basic information about the customer. Basic information is like a name, address, communication details, mobile number, phone number, email ID, right? Company code data, it's all about the customer information under the company code record about the customer terms of payment, customer record under which company code. Sales area data is relevant to sales, shipping, billing process. So there is a general information about the customer where we have store the customer name, address, communication details, company code here, payment related details, company code related details, and sales area about the sales organization distribution channel. Now come to the material master. It's basically list of material. Okay, sorry, this is also called the information we keeping about the material and the data that we call material master data. And material master data is not only maintained by one module. It maintained by multiple modules like sales and distribution module, material management, production, plant maintenance, accounting, quality management. So there are different modules involved for the material master data maintain. These are sales and distribution. It's all into the sales. Material master management is about the purchasing, production for manufacturing, plant maintenance, internal maintenance, accounting that is related to inventory, accounts, costing, and quality management for quality assurance. So material master data has a different views. Under that view, we store the information of that particular department, particular area, just like basic data, common information, general information, material name, description, ID number, something. Sales data is relevant to sales department, purchasing data, material management department, material planning data, forecasting data related to planning department, like a production planning, storage data about the warehouse, quality data, it's all about the quality assurance department, accounting data, it's under the finance department, and controlling data, it's all about the costing, budgeting, and production areas. Okay. So there is a material master data contain the information about the material, like material specification, which is ready to sold to the customer, about the description of the material belong to which plant and warehouse, material measurement, how we can measure the material by kg, by piece, by liter, something. These are all necessary information will be stored in the material master data. And there is a customer material information record. Data on a particular material we store as per the client customer choice name. Okay. Just take example. The company has the material code number is different, but client the customer who order that material, it might be their code is different. Okay, because they're using their own material code, choice name. So while creating the sales order, it's a conflict come like the customer who order that material with their code. It might be that not showing the our system. It give a error. This material not there in the SAP system. So providing this type of error, what we do, we store the information of the customer material, what the customer material number and what in my system material number, both we store together. So when customer order with their own material number, system will identify this is the material which he ordered because both are integrated. The customer specific material number basically used for most of the customer, they don't want to change their material number. They want their own material code will be used for their order process. That is called customer material for record. And condition master data, the pricing information. The condition master data basically stores the information about the price, discount, surcharges. Surcharges means extra charges, freight, loading and loading charges, okay, tax rate. So we can define the condition master data based on customer and based on material. Not like all customers have the same price, not like all material has the same price. The price basically material specific, price basically customer specific. With the customer, what material order, price is different. Dealer, retailer, wholesaler has price is different. Material XYZ material we have different price. So these are the information about the pricing, say, discount, tax pay, freight charges, loading and loading charges, tax pay. These are the information about the pricing element. It is stored in the condition master data. Okay. And output master data, it's all out the taking the information in the such as printout, just like a customer who asking the quotation, or we are doing the order confirmation, or we are sending the invoice to the customer. We use different medium of communication. Medium communication, like suppose the customer saying, I want hard copy. We send the printout. The customer say, I want the invoice sent to my mail. We use the mail. Output master data basically used to taking the output of the document. Okay. and using various mode of communication. Simple. Output master data, it is basically represent the forms of output in SAP, such as sending the order by mail, by email, by print or something. Okay. So where we do the setting, the customer want print out, so printing machine, mail to mail triggered and like that. So this important master data we have to know, and then this is the main. One second, just keep hold on. Huh? I'm coming you on.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Huh. So these two important areas we have to know. And the first is organization structure, the master data, and in the sales and distribution. And that we are basically in the sales, so we have to know the sales order processing. Okay, the sales order, we can say like they start from order, delivery, invoice, right? So what are it's a very common process. For every organization, they have a sales order, then process of delivery, yeah, and then invoice, right? And payment process from the customer. The sales order start from involving the creating a sales order. For after the order, we do the managing the delivery process, scheduling for delivery like picking, packaging, and shipping the product. And finally, we do the billing and payment of the customer. So this is one of the important the sales process. We have to understand like a pre-sales activity. Pre-sales, basically, see, most of the organization they go for the pre-sales activity or not, like inquiry and quotation. Some of the companies they direct go for the order process. But some of the company they have a pre-sales activity like it started from inquiry, then quotation. Inquiry is just like a formal way to check the product quality, price, everything, and quotation is a legal document where we approach giving the quotation to the customer. If we agree with the price, then we process for order. So sales we divided two part: pre-sales and sales. And sales order is a final document, where the customer confirm the order and we process for next. Next process availability check, checking the availability of the article which is ordered by customer. The system actually in the SAP verify if the required material by customer, like if customer order any product. See, in your case, so you take the order and then based on the order, you go for the production department. But some of the company they have already ready to sell the product, like so finished good. They are already in the warehouse. So those products the customer order, first system will perform for availability check, checking the availability, like the customer which the order what particular product and the quantity of that product is available or not. Let's see, customer orders 100 pieces of laptop. So all 100 pieces laptop should be available in the warehouse so that we can process of delivery. If not there, then not possible to process of delivery. There no quantity. So system will perform the availability check. The product which is available for the particular date of delivery. And once system confirm quantity is available, then process of shipment is start. Picking, packing. The system manage for picking and packing means picking the goods, packaging in some cartoon and something. This is a part of warehouse management. Actually, picking, packaging, part of warehouse management. Then shipping. Shipping means the process of loading the goods in the transport. And finally, we issue the goods. That is called post good issue. Once picking, packaging done and goods load in the transport, then now it's ready to move to the customer. So that means we have give the final touch, like final node, we can say, like post good issue. You just click on after the picking, packaging, everything done. We do the post good issue. Once post good issue done, system will update the quantity in the warehouse, how much quantity issued, and system will also update how much value of the stock issued to the customer. Yeah, for example, in warehouse, 100 laptop we have. Out of 100, you have process for delivery 50 laptops. The system will show 50 laptops has been issued, quantity deducted 50, and the system also show 50 quantity remaining which we have. So total what cost at present of this cost value of this product. So that process inside the plant and warehouse is managed by inventory department. And then after we have a billing after good has been shipped, we issue the billing invoice to generate and invoice sent to the customer and invoice we release to the account department and the payment process which is come under the account department, receipt to payment. And the customer will do the payment to the account department. This is one of the concept we have under the sales and distribution. So there is a pre-sales activity. I think some of the company they use a CRM, like CRM, like customer relationship management. They do the various campaigning, branding to get new calls, to get new prospect customer, new customer by calling, by campaigning. Those customers is called prospect, new customer. And those customers come to the company, we approach to them to buying the product. So maybe they will ask us, give me the quotation, and then we do the order. So inquiry is just like a pre-sales activity where the customer will do the inquiry and quotation. He asks the quotation, give me the quotation, how much price of this product, what is the availability of the material. These are information they required in the quotation. And then, see, this is a quotation we send to the customer by email or by printout. We have mentioned all the details of the quantity, product, everything. And once customer accepted the quotation, then he process for sales order. We do the order, sales order processing. The customer information required in the sales order, and then material what he order, what quantity he order, what pricing we giving to the customer. These are information under the sales order required and date of delivery when the product will be delivered, what mode of transport we use, what are the payment terms of customer. These are all information required in the sales order process. Okay. The sales order has three level structure. These are header, relevant for the customer information, line item for particular material, line item, and schedule line, date of delivery information. Right. So sales order actually one of the final process in the sales. It contains all the information which is required for complete the sales order, like customer, material, product, delivery date, everything. Okay. So just like once we confirm the order and delivery process is started, so what are the shipping point from where the product will be loaded, and what are the process of shipment, these are all there. Okay. After the sales order, we have a delivery process. This is actually we are integrated. We're not completely involved in the delivery process because we are depend on other module. When we create a sales order, we have next process of delivery where we have to check the product available or in a warehouse or not. If available in the warehouse, then we have a process for delivery. So there is a order process. There is a backward scheduling process. For example, you have order today. Okay. Just take a very simple example. You receive the order from the customer like this today, and you have a deadline for deliver the goods in 2 weeks. Right. This generally you have process 2 weeks or 4 weeks. So from that day when you receive the order, you're counting the reverse date from the delivery date. Like for example, today is a on date 12th, huh?
13,
13th,
13.
sorry, 13th. So 13th, and your delivery date is 20, for example, 20 July. So just inside the warehouse, they will start counting the day, total 7 days, and except Sunday also, 6 days maybe. In 6 days, what are the process? It's possible to process of delivery on time or not? So they're just calculating the day. See, that's what are the day it takes for picking, packaging, shipping, loading. It may be 2 to 3 days will go for the loading and picking, packaging. Then it may be one day take the transportation planning, something to use the transport. And the day fifth and sixth day is the final day for transit the good to the customer location. So it's possible to 6 days it will be delivered. It backward scheduling. But if not, then forward scheduling. Forward scheduling, we need another 2 days because we not delete for the delivery, we not fulfill the your delivery on sixth day and get 20th. We might be 22, 25 we can deliver. So extra day will be taken by system. See, this is not possible within 6 days we possible process for delivery. It may be 2 days delayed. So that is your forward scheduling. This is also inside the plant warehouse we do. And shipment process is a part of logistic where loading, transportation, like for example, your customer is Bangalore, but you uh, order in Mumbai. So what is the mode of transport you use? By ship, by rail, by train? What, how many distance covered? What are the transportation process? What are the loading process? These are all under the route detail. So these are all concepts we have to know under the uh, order plus shipment process. And the ability check, we have already discussed, like ability check for checking the quantity of material which is available in warehouse or not. Right. Hmm. So this process we have to know. So sales order is the one of the and transfer to planning. Suppose you not see this is the one of the example of your requirement. Key suppose you take the order from the customer, but you don't have product because you design the product, then you deliver the goods to the customer. So this is called transfer to planning. Planning, which department? MRP department. That is called material requirement planning department. We just send the requirement to the production department. This is the total quantity order come from the customer. You have to design and produce. Then it will be make available in the warehouse so that we can process or delivery. That is called transfer to planning to the production department. And once they receive, they start doing process. So in the sales order, which playing the very important role, pricing. Pricing is the one of the most important in the sales and distribution model. We have to understand, and we are giving the shipping as a credit to the customer, or it may be a cash payment or credit payment. These are not we have to know in the sales and distribution with other module like finance. So this is the process, and delivery also we have billing also we have billing, picking, packaging is a part of logistics and billing. We do the one-time payment or periodic payment, or you can say one order related billing, delivery related billing. We do, you know, billing is the last document where we issue the invoice to the customer and we also release the invoice to the account department for payment processing. Okay, so payment processing like it may be 30 days credit period, 60 days, you know. So we do payment processing is the final step in the sales order process, and it is managed by financial accounting department. So they will receive the payment from the customer. Once customer will do the payment, they will update the payment details in the system and the process is over. Okay. Hmm. So this process we have to know under the sales and distribution. Clear? Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Hope you got idea what actually we do in the sales and distribution module and how we are depend on other module for this complete procedure sales. Okay. So let's one second. And we have discussed in the last study session about the SAP methodology. That actually we have to know the role of consultant in the SAP project. Okay. So now I'm just going to explain you about this SAP methodology. What we have a concept for SAP methodology, we understand in the project. Okay, like when we work on the any project implementation, not any project implementation project. There we have to discuss about this methodology. Here, so asset methodology, as we have said, we have total 5 phases. Okay, methodology has total 5 phases. And this phases is called project preparation, business blueprint, realization, final preparation, and go live and support. Okay. And in this phase, what exactly we have a job as a consultant to work. Okay. I think we take a few minute break, and then I'll
Okay.
back, and then
Yes, sir.
we can discuss about this methodology to understand the consultant role in the project and project called
Sure, sir.
implementation project. Okay,
Sure.
only for a few minutes. I'm just coming back, and then we can.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So, role and responsibility of a SAP SD consultant in a project. And when we work on the implementation project, okay, implementation means configuring the client business process who are very new for the SAP. Okay, might be using some other ERP, but he coming for the SAP system first time. That is called implementation project. So, whenever implementation project we receive, like the company for whom we're going to implement, we follow this methodology. This is called ASAP methodology, accelerated SAP methodology. This methodology has complete guideline to work on the SAP project step by step. What is the step by step process we follow? So in this total methodology has total 5 phases. The project preparation, business blueprint, realization, and final preparation go live. So project preparation phase, our management team uh, and from the client side also management team. Like for example, I'm working at Accenture, so my top management team like CEO, sorry, project manager, product manager, yeah, we can say like a delivery head, they're involved with the client, like project we have for the Tata company. So the client CEO, VP, you know, they involved. So as a consultant, we do not involve in this project preparation phase. So in this phase, just have 1 second. This in this phase, we have first discuss to the client about the numbers of user. The user license. We can say user license purchased from the SAP for accessing to the system. Okay. So first in this phase, client will discuss about the how many user license to be purchased SAP, and per user there is a cost paid by client to the SAP company. Okay, these are discussed in the project preparation phase. Okay. Then there is a next step after user license. Now, for example, one user cost is 1 lakh. So how many users? 50 users. So you can calculate. These are all discussed in the project preparation phase. Then next is system landscape. System landscape means it's arrangement of servers. And any client, any company who want to implement SAP, they need to purchase 3 servers: development, quality, and production. Development server will be used by consultant to configure, just like we learn in this training about the configuration under the development server. Development server used by consultant to configure the client business process into the SAP. Quality server, that is for only testing. There will be consultant plus client user is there to do the testing. Okay, testing means test the scenario, how it works. Okay, and production server will be used by only user, end user, to enter day-to-day live transaction to the SAP. So in landscape, firstly they decide how many server to be purchased from the client as SAP, and 3 server required. Okay, so and there is a arrangement of this server will be actually handled by technical team. Okay, that is basic. Now here we have team size, है ना? Total member in that. The implementation company, just like I'm working at Accenture, will list out the consultant. Consultant list, है ना? Okay, list out of consultant. Okay, like how many consultant will go into the project. And this is from a company side, Accenture, for example. And client side listed of core users. No, here just like for example, in team side, we have total 10 consultant, 10 members. है ना? So in 10 members, we have SD consultant also, MM also, FICO also, है ना? PPO also, production planning. So there different model consultant we have. Sorry, team size 10 and SD, MM, PP, production planning, and FICO, and some other module. So just like for example, SD 2 consultant, MM 3 consultant, FI one consultant, PICO one consultant, yeah, PP 3 consultant. है ना? And from the client side also, they list out how many core users in this okay project involved. The core users, core users, good experience and exposure in the client business process. And the role of core user is in implementing project is to provide the information about the business process that relevant particular department, to the sales, purchasing, account, to the consultant. Okay. And based on requirement, we receive from the core user, that's called requirement gathering, and then we work on that. So these are all discussed. These are how many team size, how many consultant involved, how many coders will be there. Plus also there's some facility to the consultant. It is a domestic project, so all consultant will move to the client location, place to understand their requirement. Okay. And if you foreign client, so one consultant from each module will visit to go to the client location in abroad, and other rest are sitting in the offices. Okay. Then there is also one second. Go live, है ना? Date of project. Date. That means that when the project will be start and when we hand over the client. Date of, you can say date of go live. Go live means the final day where the client start working with the system. So these are our discussion with the client main team. After discussion is over, client is moving for going for the implementation. Then we come to the business blueprint phase. Business blueprint, before business blueprint phase, company will conduct the meeting, and the meeting there is a like who the client, what the role of consultant, how many days required to implement the SAP, when we hand over to the client. These are all discussed with after uh, project preparation with the internal team. Then we come to the business blueprint. Business blueprint phase is a requirement collecting, requirement gathering. We gather the requirement from the core user. We have to know what their requirement and what we are going to deliver the SAP. As a to be document, whatever the information we collect from the core user, we write the document that is called as a document, and same we are going to deliver the SAP. That is called to be document. Okay. The business blueprint phase is one of the phase. We prepare the final document, whatever the requirement, as it means, consists of the present business process of the client, whatever code is will give the information. And to be document means what they're looking actually in the change SAP system, we prepare the to be document. So this concept we have to know, and this any requirement of the client, if not fulfilled to the SAP standard, we have a gap. And a gap between client requirement to the SAP standard. So this gap will be fulfilled by technical consultant. That is, they will do. And like change the system, enhance the step, है ना? Like correct. So that is the concept of this. As is to be document, and we prepare the final document, and based on requirement, what we collect from the client, we start working. Now, in final blueprint, whatever the requirement, we written everything on the document, and if a client will approve, sign on the document. So this is the requirement we actually looking in the SAP system, and then we start working on the SAP project. Okay, and there is a next phase, realization. Yeah, realization means configuring. Configuration means mapping the client business process into the SAP system. And in the realization phase, there are two type of configuration. You can see there is a baseline and final configuration. Baseline and final configuration. See, just like in the diagram, you can see. You know, as a SD consultant, our job is under which area? Sales organization, distribution channel, division, sales of the sales rep. So this is the structure basically we define under the sales and distribution. So baseline configuration, the configuration in which we are only involved in our own, in which specific to one module for which we no need to depend on other module consultants. This is called baseline configuration. Yani we define our own area, the baseline configuration. Then there is a final configuration. Final configuration means the configuration for which we are depend on other module consultant. So first we complete the baseline configuration, then we go for the final configuration. Okay, and we do the testing. Testing, yani whatever we have designed, we do the internal testing, and then once we complete, then we have to send this information like a request number what generated by system uh, to the basis consultant, basis team. Just like a, whatever we do the configuration, system will generate a one number. That is called customizing number. That is called request number. The request number is a number. It is a system generated number which store the information what we have defined. Okay, just like you, whenever we do any work in your system, you finally you make a folder or something, you have save and that. Okay, the same is whatever you do activity in the system for configuration, we it is stored in the particular place by this request number. Okay, this is request number is a system generated, and there's two type of request numbers. One is customizing request, that is a functional consultant role to maintain all the structure which we define, just like a, let's see, we have sales organization, distribution channel, division, whatever we define, it will be saved under the customizing request number. And whatever we uh, do in technically in the SAP system like a web, that is called work managed request. The functional consultant has customizing request and technical consultant has work managed request number. Okay, clear? And there is a, see, this request number actually we have to give it to the one technical consultant to transfer. And transfer from one server to the another server, like development to quality server for testing. And who will do? This is the basis consultant will do. Transportation from one server to another server, it is a job of basis consultant to handle. Okay. So here, then once complete the configuration and we have done everything in the system, so we have moved to the next uh, final preparation. So it take time, like a configuration not easy. Maybe 6 months required minimum to complete the configuration. Then we have a final configuration. Final configuration is nothing like the testing phase, है ना? Where user will do the testing. The user who work on the SAP system first check, है ना? Whatever we define, they will do the testing, and this testing is called UAT, user acceptance testing. And user acceptance testing means that we check everything done fine. Okay, then they start working the system. Okay, so we hand over to the client. Okay, so first we complete the testing phase in the final preparation and also give the training how to use the SAP system. Once we do, then we go to the go live. Go live means the day from client use the production servers. Okay, the client use the system for day-to-day transaction, that is called production server, right? Production server is a server where the client will use the uh, full live transaction. And first few months, 2 to 3 months, we give free of cost support to the client for solving that issue. That is called support, and that is called hypercare period. Okay, uh, hypercare period means we are giving support to the client for no charges first few months. So there is a three layer we have in the SAP: presentation layer, application layer, and database. Presentation layer where the client use the SAP system. Application where the client use the application. Sorry, we do the change in that application. Programming layer and database layer where the data is stored. So these all are we have to know under the implementation project. And after the implementation, we have a support. Support means solving the issue raised by the client. Nice. So here, implementation project, when we involve, we have to know this concept, and we have to know the role of consulting the project. Clear?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो ये समझ में आया, हो गया क्लियर? तो अब
हाँ सर, हाँ।
नेक्स्ट, हाँ, तो अभी लेट्स वी हैव टू डिस्कस आफ्टर द implementation what are the project of support and where we are involved in the support project and what are the role. तो सपोर्ट जैसे कि क्या होता है कंपनी में जो भी हमने कोई कॉन्फ़िगर करके दिया तो बाद में दे फेस द इशू, है ना? अभी ट्रबल शूटिंग करना या बहुत सारे इश्यूज आ रहे हैं उनको रन नहीं कर रहा है या कुछ एरर आ रहा है, तो दैट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ सपोर्ट प्रोजेक्ट ना। सपोर्ट मतलब सॉल्विंग देयर प्रॉब्लम इश्यूज। तो यहाँ पे वी कम टू द सपोर्ट मीन सॉल्विंग द इशू रेज्ड बाय द क्लाइंट हु आर ऑलरेडी इम्प्लीमेंटेड एसएपी। तो व्हेनेवर वी गेट द सपोर्ट प्रोजेक्ट, तो वी इंटर द वन एग्रीमेंट विद द क्लाइंट, जैसे को सर्विस लेवल एग्रीमेंट, ठीक है? Whenever we get the support project, the both party like client and company enter into this agreement, service level agreement. The client and support partner has to enter into this agreement. So as a consultant, we should know some information from the SLA, service level agreement. क्या क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है हमारे लिए एज ए कंसल्टेंट? तो सबसे पहले प्रायोरिटी ऑफ इशूज, कि क्लाइंट की कोई भी इश्यूज आएंगे तो हम उसको कैसे सॉल्व करना है, उसको क्या प्रायोरिटी देना, ठीक है? तो जनरली प्रायोरिटी ऑफ द इशू को बोलते हैं टिकट्स। इन एसएपी वी कॉल टिकट, ठीक है? इशूज को बोलते हैं टिकट। So there is three type of priority generally we have: high priority tickets, medium priority tickets, and low priority tickets. High priority ticket, हाँ, तो मतलब any issue if it is stopping the client business process, they we call high priority। यानी कि हमने एक इम्प्लीमेंटेशन किया क्लाइंट का और अब वो स्टार्ट कर दिया यूज करना, लेकिन ऐसा इशू आया उनको कि उनका बिजनेस इफेक्ट कर रहा है, ऑलरेडी प्रोसेस नहीं हो रहा है, इससे उनको लॉस हो रहा है, ये टाइम लग रहा है, नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो उनको काफी प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है। तो ये बहुत क्रिटिकल इशू है, उनका बिजनेस को रोक रहा है। बिजनेस प्रोसेस अगर रुक रहा है तो उनको लॉस हो रहा है। तो ये इशू को हम बोलते हैं वेरी क्रिटिकल इशू। इसको हम हाई प्रायोरिटी देते हैं, यानी कि उसको जल्दी सॉल्व करना विद इन 4 आवर we have to solve. Whenever we receive the high priority issue, our job as a consultant to accept the issue and start working, and as soon as possible we complete, like within deadline 4 hours. Okay, this issue called high priority issue. And medium priority issues should be solved within it may be 8 hours, yani working days, total working days. Low priority issue, that is nominal issue, छोटी छोटी इशू है जिसको उतना कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उससे, लेकिन हाँ इट विल बी सॉल्व विद इन 24 आवर, ठीक है? These are the information we have to know in the support, कि high priority में कितना टाइम लगना है, how much time it will take for high priority, low priority, medium priority, how much time है ना it will take. And as a consultant, we have worked on the priority based on experience. अभी नहीं ऐसा नहीं कि high priority पे डायरेक्ट वर्क करना शुरू कर दिए, नहीं। एक्सपीरियंस हमारा क्या है, अगर हम मोर देन 10 years 5 years कंसल्ट लेवल पे काम किए तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस काफी अच्छा है। क्योंकि मेरा एक्सपीरियंस काफी है, तो मुझे मालूम है कि इस टिकट को कैसे सॉल्व करना है। तो वी ऑलवेज असाइन फॉर हाई प्रायोरिटी, मीडियम प्रायोरिटी फॉर एवरेज लेवल कंसल्टेंट, और जूनियर कंसल्टेंट हैज द लो प्रायोरिटी इशू टू सॉल्व। ठीक है, ये सारे इंटरनल होते हैं। नाउ वी हैव द स्टेटस, है ना, स्टेटस ऑफ टिकट्स, यानी कि जैसे टिकट्स आया एज ए कंसल्टेंट, व्हाट आर द प्रोसेस वी फॉलो इन दिस स्टेटस ऑफ टिकट। ओके, जैसे हमने टिकट्स रिसीव किया, जस्ट लाइक इट कम टू द माय मेल और एनी हेल्प डेस्क, जिसे बोलते हैं आईटी डेस्क, जिस पे वो टिकट्स आया, तो वी कॉल्ड ओपन टिकट। अब ये मैंने उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया, ओपन हो गया, ओपन आया, जैसे मैंने उसको एक्सेप्ट किया, दैट मीन वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस, है ना, work in progress. Yani we accepted the ticket, now started working. Even though we not doing anything, but it shows the status work in progress. Okay. So any if the status is work in progress, then only the time will be run. यानी कि वहां से ही टाइम स्टार्ट हो जाएगा 4 आवर्स। ठीक है, वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस जैसे हमने एक्सेप्ट किया। ठीक है, अब then we check the issue, a critical issue is there, so we come to the system and we check the issue। हो सकता है ये इशू को सॉल्व करने के लिए फिर से वी हैव टू रिकॉन्फ़िगर करना पड़े, तो वी डू द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन अंडर द डेवलपमेंट सर्वर अगेन। फिर डेवलपमेंट सर्वर के बाद इट मूव टू द क्वालिटी सर्वर फॉर टेस्टिंग। ऐसा नहीं कि डायरेक्ट डेवलपमेंट से हम प्रोडक्शन में दे दिए, नहीं, हमको पहले क्वालिटी सर्वर में जाना पड़ेगा टेस्टिंग के लिए, उनको बताना पड़ेगा आप टेस्ट करो क्लाइंट को, they will do the testing, है ना, after they do the testing and they confirm it is fine working, then they our job, not my job, close the ticket, they will close the ticket। उनका काम है टिकट्स को क्लोज कर देना, यानी सॉल्व हो गया इशू, प्रॉब्लम हो गया सॉल्व। ठीक है, दैट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ स्टेटस ऑफ टिकट। ठीक है, क्लियर अभी?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, अब तो बहुत सारी बातें हो गई थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट। अभी we'll go take another 5-10 minutes to at least show you how we can access to the system, but once we get the server access from that our team, again I will explain you how to access. You are using your which laptop? Normal laptop, no, not MacBook.
No, HP only. No, Windows.
MacBook has some issue because they have some different setting for do, that's why I'm asking।
Okay,
ठीक है,
okay.
तो अभी क्या करते हैं, अब तो ज्यादा टाइम यूटिलाइज नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि थ्योरी तो बहुत कुछ हो गया, अब प्रैक्टिकली हम लोग जाएंगे नेक्स्ट क्लास से तो समझेंगे। तो अभी कुछ और
Hmm.
टाइम ले लेते हैं, 5-10 मिनट। फाइन।
Okay, sir, no problem.
हाँ, हाँ अगर है तो, क्योंकि 5-10 मिनट और लेके 10-15 तक खत्म करते हैं। और ये क्या बोलते हैं कि हाउ वी एक्सेस टू द सिस्टम, अब मैं आपको बताऊँ, आई विल गाइड यू, है ना। See,
Okay, sir.
basically, I have explained you about the three server: development, quality, and production। पहले समझ, डेवलपमेंट में we are involved, क्वालिटी सर्वर में we and user, client user is involved, and production server only client user will be involved। तो हम हमेशा जब भी whenever we work on the project, we work on the development server, and training also will be go to the डेवलपमेंट सर्वर। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग में भी हम लोग वही चीज देखेंगे डेवलपमेंट सर्वर में, और दिस सर्वर इज कॉल्ड आईडीएस सिस्टम, आईडीईएस, इंटरनेशनल डेमो सिस्टम। ठीक है, तो हाउ टू लॉग इन द एसएपी सिस्टम। सबसे पहले तो हम डायरेक्ट डेस्कटॉप पे नहीं कर सकते कनेक्ट, तो वी हैव ए वन ऑप्शन इन सर्च ऑप्शन, वी हैव रिमोट डेस्कटॉप कनेक्शन। ठीक है, आरडीसी, रिमोट डेस्कटॉप कनेक्शन ये भी है। और दूसरा ऑप्शन है विंडो ऑन करेंगे, ये आ गया, एमएसटीएस से टाइप कर देंगे, फिर ओके करेंगे तो ये डायरेक्ट खुल जाएगा रिमोट डेस्कटॉप कनेक्शन। दोनों ऑप्शन, तो हम रिमोट डेस्कटॉप कनेक्शन पे गए, वंस यू गो टू द रिमोट डेस्कटॉप कनेक्शन, वी हैव ए आईपी एड्रेस, दिस इज प्रोवाइडेड बाय ट्रेनिंग सेंटर, और द ट्रेन सर्वर प्रोवाइडर गाइस दे विल गिव द इंफॉर्मेशन। So we type the IP address, and once we type the IP address, we click on connect, and first time we give the user ID and password here, and let's like SA53SD20, no, I'm giving user ID and password, enter, then click on yes। Once you click on yes, now we access to the remote desktop, हम किसी और के डेस्कटॉप पे एंटर कर गए। ठीक है, and then here we have option called SAP log on। ठीक है, double click on the SAP logon icon. Okay. When double click, we have this pop will come. We click on this one, S4 HANA. So we are using the S4 HANA server, latest version. Okay, latest. So we click on S uh, S4 HANA, double click again. और यहाँ पे we are giving the same user ID and password. ठीक है, same user ID password. Enter. So now we come to the this page. Okay. तो यहाँ पे in this page this is called SAP Egypt page. And here as a consultant we have one transaction code है ना, जैसे मैंने उस दिन बताया VO8 था. SPRO is a transaction code, T code, इसको बोलते हैं T code, transaction. So we have this transaction code SPRO. Okay, SPRO actually we can say SAP project reference object. SAP project reference object. ठीक है. Then we type the SAP SPRO and we click on enter. We come to the next page. That page is called customizing execute page है ना, customizing execute project. So there is an option. We have SAP reference IM है ना, correct. This is the option SAP reference page. SAP reference IMG we have implementation guide है ना, IMG stand for implementation guide. So we click on implementation SAP reference IMG. We come to this page. तो जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि फर्स्ट जॉब एज एचडी कंसल्टेंट और एमएम कंसल्टेंट जो भी कंसल्टेंट, तो सबसे पहला हमारा काम क्या है, इंटरप्राइज स्ट्रक्चर, राइट, स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, लाइक देयर डिपार्टमेंट, देयर नेम है ना, एवरीथिंग. So that is called enterprise structure, just like here I have mentioned this area. हाँ, so enterprise structure is the structure of the organization we design. So in that we are having the different module consultant involved with the different areas. यहाँ पे भी वही same, you can see on the enterprise structure. ना, see. In enterprise structure, we have a definition will define, and then we'll go to the assignment. The definition means like we have financial accounting, logistic general, sales and distribution, material management, logistic execution. There are different modules we have. And these different modules we have different area to design. Okay, just like for example under the sales and distribution, sales organization, distribution channel, sales office, sales group, right? Then logistic general, there is a plant. Then material management, warehouse, store location, logistic execution, shipping point, loading point, है ना? And financial accounting, there is a defined company and company code. So these are all structures designed by consultant, है ना? ये हमारा काम है as SD consultant to work on the only enterprise structure under the SD part, but not another part. So we always use the transaction code SPRO to reach to that way. We cannot do directly SPRO, then after we can go. ठीक है, ये that is a development server. Same kind of production server, quality server also there. सेम टाइप देखिए, इसी तरह का प्रोडक्शन भी सर्वर होगा, क्वालिटी सर्वर भी होगा. ठीक है, क्वालिटी सर्वर सिर्फ ओनली यूज फॉर टेस्टिंग. ओके, दैट इज ओनली यूज फॉर टेस्टिंग, दैट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड एनीथिंग वी डू कॉन्फ़िगर. और प्रोडक्शन सर्वर, क्लाइंट सर्वर, दे ओनली यूज द डे टू डे ट्रांजेक्शन. तो वो जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ये प्रोडक्शन सर्वर सिमिलर टू द डेवलपमेंट सर्वर, बट वहां पे दे कैन नॉट यूज दिस एसपीआरओ. ठीक है, एसपीआरओ तो ओनली डेवलपमेंट सर्वर में है. So they use only transaction code to create the order, delivery, and invoice. For example, under the front page, logistic, then sales and distribution, then sales, and यहाँ पे है ना inquiry, quotation, order, है ना? Just like a V11 create inquiry, V11 to click, then there is a they can create the inquiry, है ना? Just like I'm calling any inquiry type, है ना? Just like here, or any customized inquiry type also, just like. Then sales organization, the organization it, then distribution channel, dealer, retailer, wholesaler. So here, you know, we have a dealer, for example. And division, like product belong to what particular division है, this is a division. Sales office, like the way the office located, and under the sales, who the sales group है ना. These are information filled by client user, but we configure this, and then we access to, and he create the order, like who the customer, like this is the customer, enter, right, customer, then material, something, number, and quantity. So they do. Clear? So this is the individual job, but we give the training to them. We design the structure, and we also give the training. हम उनको ट्रेनिंग भी देना रहता है कि कैसे काम करना है, कैसे ऑपरेट करना है. ठीक है, दोनों काम है हमारा काम. Not only we do the configuration, we also give the training to them how to use the SAP system. Okay, ठीक है, समझ में आया? हाँ, क्लियर.
यस यस।
हाँ,
सर
तो
ये रिमोटली जो सर्वर एक्सेस देने वाले हैं, वो मेरे लैपटॉप में इंस्टॉल नहीं करेंगे क्या?
नहीं नहीं, देखो दो तरह से होता है. पहले था कि ACC था सिस्टम, R3 था, वो पुराना
हाँ
वर्जन था. पुराना वर्जन में स्पेस कम लेता था. ठीक है, तो उसमें सेटिंग ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता था. तो वहाँ वो क्या करते थे, एक सॉफ्टवेयर जैसे कैसे था, क्रोमा, ये है ना, क्रोमा, या कोई जैसे
हाँ
जो मैप्स या कुछ भी हम डाउनलोड करके इंस्टॉल कर दिए, उसी तरह एक SAP लॉगऑन का ये होता था. तो ये वाला हमने डाल दिया, ये वाला है ना, ये SAP लॉगऑन इंस्टॉल कर दिया. अब
हाँ
इस पर डबल क्लिक करके क्या करना रहता था कि व्हेन डबल क्लिक, एंड हो सकता है यही वाला हो, इस पे भी कर सकते हैं, उस पे भी, लेकिन वो डिपेंड करता है कैसे मिलेगा. तो जैसे ही मिला तो इस पे हमने एक प्रॉपर्टीज के अंदर ये सारे इन्फॉर्मेशन डाल दिया. ठीक है, ये IP एड्रेस ये सब डाला, और इसके बाद हमने इस पे S/4HANA पे क्लिक किया, तो ये हम डायरेक्ट इस पे आ गए. तो यहाँ से हम चले गए. एक हो गया ये. और एक होता है कि आप जैसे ये सिस्टम पे हम डायरेक्ट नहीं जा सकते. जैसे कि एग्जांपल लेते हैं, अगर मान लो कि हम कोशिश भी करेंगे तो नहीं होगा. एक प्लेट, हाँ, ये वाला है प्रॉपर्टी. इसमें प्रॉपर्टीज में गए, तो इसमें ये सब चीजें दी हुई है ना. इसको भी अगर हम चाहें तो अगर हम उसमें डायरेक्ट कर सके तो कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, जैसे S/4HANA है ये एप्लीकेशन सर्वर. ठीक है, तो सबसे इजी रहता है रिमोट डेस्कटॉप, क्योंकि उसमें क्या है ना कि बार बार सिस्टम में प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता है, वो हम किसी और के सिस्टम पे एक्सेस कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, अब जैसे मैंने यहाँ डाला, ठीक है, एक मिनट, और ना हमने डाल दिया, ये IP एड्रेस डाल दिया, और इसका 23S4H है ना, ये भी डालना है. 23S4H, तो 23S4H. ठीक है, S4H है ना, हाँ S4H, ठीक. एंड क्लिक ऑन ओके, एंड देन यू डबल क्लिक. हाँ, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा कि उसका सिस्टम में अगर हम IP एड्रेस को रीड नहीं करेगा तो ये इशू आने लगेगा. ठीक है, जैसे ये आ रहा है ना इशू, आ रहा है, ये नहीं आ रहा, आ
ओके
रहा है कि नहीं हो पा रहा है, क्योंकि ये सिस्टम पे उसने कुछ सेटिंग किया है कि हम डायरेक्ट नहीं एक्सेस कर सकते इसके ID के थ्रू. ठीक है, ये ID जो है हम इस डायरेक्ट डाल के नहीं जा सकते. ठीक है, तो अब इससे क्या, उसने क्या किया है कि अब वो ये वाला ID पे ही हम जाएंगे, लेकिन पहले उसके सिस्टम पे एक्सेस करेंगे. ठीक है, पहले हम उसके सिस्टम पे जाएंगे, तब उसके अंदर जाके हम उस पे एक्सेस करेंगे. हम डायरेक्ट नहीं कर सकते, पहले उसके सिस्टम पे जाना पड़ेगा. फिर उसके बाद वो सिस्टम हमको दे दिया है, आप मेरा सिस्टम 24 आवर यूज करो और आप एक्सेस करो. तो यहाँ पे हम आए, तो यहाँ पे हमने यूजर ID पासवर्ड जैसे ही डाला, इसको डबल क्लिक किया, यूजर ID पासवर्ड डाला, एक्सेस कर गए सिस्टम पे. ठीक है, ये सिस्टम पे हम यूज करना शुरू कर दिए. तो ये है रिमोट डेस्कटॉप कनेक्शन का यही कॉन्सेप्ट है कि आप डायरेक्ट एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते, उसके डेस्कटॉप पे जाएंगे, देन यू कैन स्टार्ट यूजिंग द सिस्टम. क्लियर, तो कोई इशू नहीं है. ये इसमें सबसे पहले प्रॉब्लम क्या था कि हम डायरेक्ट इंस्टॉल करना पड़ता था, तो उसमें स्पेस ले लेता था. फिर उसके बाद हमको ये आइकॉन आता था, फिर उसके बाद डालना पड़ता. अब हमको कुछ भी इंस्टॉल करने की जरूरत नहीं है, हम डायरेक्ट किसी के रिमोट डेस्कटॉप पे चले गए, और वी कैन स्टार्ट यूजिंग दैट सिस्टम. क्लियर. हाँ,
बट अगर इंटरनल प्रैक्टिस करना रहेगा तो फिर वो रिमोट एक्सेस मिलता है क्या? मतलब अभी तो ये सेशन के
हाँ,
बाद।
हाँ, हाँ, ओनली थिंग इंटरनेट रिक्वायर्ड. आप इसमें बहुत फास्ट है, ऐसा नहीं कि ये बहुत स्लो है. जैसे मैंने एक्सेस किया, ये हम खुला हुआ है काफी देर तक, ठीक है। अब ये नहीं कि बार अब उसमें क्या होता था ना कि ऐसे जैसे मैंने कोई लॉग इन किया और कुछ देर के बाद कुछ काम नहीं किया, ऐसे ही छोड़ दिया, तो अपने आप डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता था। ठीक है, डिस्कनेक्ट हो
हम्म,
जाता। तो यहाँ क्या है कि हम छोड़ दिए मिनिमाइज करके, फिर आधे घंटे बाद 15 मिनट बाद फिर आएंगे, फिर एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, कोई डिस्कनेक्ट नहीं होगा। एक एडवांटेज है। तो वही सबसे अच्छा है। अभी S/4HANA जो है ना, वो सबसे लेटेस्ट मॉड्यूल है। तो उसमें सबसे बड़ा क्या है कि क्लाउड बेस्ड टेक्नो बहुत सारे टेक्निकल चीजें, तो वो थोड़ा सा स्पेस ज्यादा लेता है। ठीक है, अगर स्पेस ज्यादा लेता है तो हम उसको डायरेक्ट इंस्टॉल करके नहीं कर सकते। ठीक है, उससे क्या प्रॉब्लम है। तो अभी क्या है कि S/4HANA लेटेस्ट वर्जन है, तो हमको उसके बारे में ही करना है। तो ये जैसे हमने देखा है ना, पहले क्या था, व्हाट इज SAP ECC which stands for SAP ERP Central Component. It is a previous generation of SAP Enterprise Resource Planning यानी ERP software. ECC has multiple modules linked together, यानी सारे मॉड्यूल एक दूसरे से लिंक टुगेदर थे। और जैसे लाइक सेल्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल, सेल्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, SD, MM, FICO, HR, ऑल आर इंटीग्रेटेड नाउ। अब पहले क्या था कि ये ऑन प्रेमाइसेस सर्वर बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी था, यानी कि हम एक प्रेमाइसेस के अंदर सर्वर रूम बना दिए और वहां पे ये स्टोर हो गया। अब कुछ भी इशू हो रहा है तो सर्वर में जाके चेक करना पड़ता था। सर्वर रूम को मालूम है ना, कूलिंग जरूरत पड़ता है, कूल होना चाहिए ना, उसका टेम्परेचर थोड़ा AC वगैरह लगा रहता है ना। आप कभी देखा है कि नहीं सर्वर रूम? हर कंपनी के अंदर एक
देख सक
सर्वर
देख
रूम होता
देखा
है ना। तो
यस।
उससे क्या होता था ना कि सर्वर में उसको टेम्परेचर भी अच्छा चाहिए, और अगर कोई हेवी ट्रांजेक्शन हो रहा है तो कभी-कभी सर्वर स्लो हो जाता था, है ना? सर्वर स्लो हो गया, या कभी-कभी ऐसा हुआ कि कुछ गलती हो गया उसपे, तो सारा डेटा लॉस हो गया। तो अब एससीपी ने क्या किया कि अब ये सब रिस्क फैक्टर्स बचने के लिए S/4HANA को इंट्रोड्यूस किया। S/4HANA क्या है? क्लाउड बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी। क्लाउड जैसे गूगल ड्राइव मैंने एग्जांपल दिया, इसी तरह बहुत सारे क्लाउड है ना। अभी मेरे लैपटॉप में भी एक दिखाते हैं ये, अब बोलता है सिस्टम बार-बार कि आप डेटा इसमें क्लाउड में रखिए, है ना? देखिए ये ना, ये वाला, और वन ड्राइव पर्सनल है ना, दिस इज क्लाउड। अब इसमें बोलता है आप अपना डेटा यहाँ पे स्टोर करके रख सकते हैं। क्या कल को कुछ अगर डेटा आपके लैपटॉप में से उड़ गया, तो आप क्लाउड में से निकाल सकते हैं। वही S/4HANA का कॉन्सेप्ट है। तो S/4HANA एक्चुअली इज शॉर्ट फॉर SAP बिजनेस सूट फॉर HANA, सूट फॉर HANA. It is the latest ERP offering from SAP, and it's based on SAP HANA in-memory database to help organization execute transaction and analyze business data in real time. यानी कि इन मेमोरी मतलब कि आपका अगर मेमोरी अच्छा है, इसमें मेमोरी जैसा रैम, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंगली आप एक्सेस कर सकते हैं उस सिस्टम में फास्ट। जैसे कि कैसे बोलते हैं कि मोबाइल में मेरा 2 GB रैम है, तो 2 GB रैम से हम बहुत जल्दी फास्ट नहीं एक्सेस करते, स्लो रहता है। लेकिन 4 GB 8 GB है तो हम बहुत फास्ट एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। तो वही एक एडवांटेज है कि रैम बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी, हमको सर्वर तो है नहीं कि जो हम अपने सर्वर में एक्सेस करेंगे, किसी के सिस्टम पे सर्वर एक्सेस कर रहे हैं तो रैम चाहिए। तो रैम बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी आ गया। ठीक है, तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट है। और ईसीसी क्या था, पहले थर्ड पार्टी डेटाबेस पे चलता था, है ना। ईसीसी जो था ओल्ड वर्जन थर्ड पार्टी डेटाबेस पे चलता था, दैट इज कॉल्ड ऑरेकल. Oracle was taking support from the giving support to the SAP for third party data mapping. But now SAP has introduced their own database, HANA in memory computing database. Okay, HANA technical. ये हो गया। ये थोड़ा टेक्निकल ज्यादा है, इसमें हमको टेक्निकल पे ज्यादा नहीं समझना है, क्योंकि हमको एस4हाना पे क्या एडवांटेज है वो समझना है। तो एस4हाना इज इन मेमोरी कंप्यूटिंग वेयर वी हैव रैम बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी, कि जितना ज्यादा रैम उतना ही एक्सेस टू द सर्वर फास्ट। ओके, सिस्टम फास्ट। और एस4हाना में एक कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया, बिजनेस पार्टनर। पहले ईसीसी में कस्टमर कहलाता था। ठीक है, कस्टमर इन सेल्स एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मॉड्यूल, एंड सप्लायर इन, वेंडर इन, मटेरियल मैनेजर, दोनों के अलग अलग होते थे रिकॉर्ड। कस्टमर का रिकॉर्ड हम रखते थे सेल्स एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में, मटेरियल मैनेजमेंट वाले वेंडर का रिकॉर्ड रखते थे। ऑब्वियसली कस्टमर को हम प्रोडक्ट बेच रहे हैं, सेलिंग द गुड टू द कस्टमर, एंड मटेरियल मैनेजमेंट दे आर परचेजिंग मटेरियल फ्रॉम सप्लायर, तो दे हैव different data. SD have customer data, have vendor data. But now S/4HANA it concept called business partner, यानी कि कस्टमर हो या वेंडर हो, उसको हम बिजनेस पार्टनर बोलेंगे। बिजनेस पार्टनर का कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है कि वो कस्टमर भी कंपनी का एक बिजनेस पार्टनर है, वो ट्रांजेक्शन कर रहा है, और सप्लायर वेंडर भी बिजनेस पार्टनर है, वो भी कंपनी को सप्लाई कर रहा है। दैट कॉन्सेप्ट इंट्रोड्यूस इन S/4HANA। ये सारे डिफरेंसेज आए हैं, लेकिन यू ऑल इफ यू वर्क already in the ECC R3 system, then you can understand the concept of this S4HANA, how different from this old version. ठीक है, कैसे है उस ओल्ड वर्जन से डिफरेंट? नहीं तो बहुत सारे लोग अभी S4HANA पे डायरेक्ट काम कर रहे हैं, तो उनको इतना ज्यादा फर्क जानने की जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है, क्योंकि डायरेक्ट SAP S4HANA पे ही लोग आ रहे हैं। अब जैसे बहुत सारी कंपनी क्या है, गॉडरेज का एग्जांपल, गॉडरेज हो सकता है पहले से ही इम्प्लीमेंटेड किया हुआ है एसीपी R3, है ना? गॉडरेज ने तो ऑलरेडी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन किया हुआ है। अब हो सकता है गॉडरेज अभी ओल्ड वर्जन यूज कर रहा हो, है ना, R3। अब उसको क्या चाहिए, ये वांट टू मूव इन द एस4 हाना, ठीक है। तो उसको, उस प्रोजेक्ट को बोलते हैं माइग्रेशन प्रोजेक्ट, यानी फ्रॉम ओल्ड टू न्यू माइग्रेशन, ठीक है, उसको बोलते हैं माइग्रेशन। और अगर कंपनी एसएपी यूज ही नहीं की है, वो अब एसएपी पे आना चाहती है, तो अभी एसएपी लेटेस्ट वर्जन है, एस4 आना है, तो अब उसको बोलते हैं न्यू प्रोजेक्ट इन एस4 आना, ठीक है। तो जो कंपनी, जैसे गॉडरेज का एग्जांपल मैंने दिया, कि अगर वो ऑलरेडी है ईसीसी, यानी ओल्ड वर्ड, ओल्ड एसएपी, ठीक है, तो कंपनी ऑलरेडी इन द ओल्ड एसएपी यूजिंग, देन यू वांट टू मूव द एस4 हाना, तो उसको बोलते हैं ब्राउन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट, है ना, ब्राउन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट बोलते हैं, ठीक है, उसको बोलते हैं ब्राउन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट, यानी कि कंपनी ऑलरेडी एसीसी यूज कर रही थी, अब एस4 हाना पे आना है। और एक होता है क्लाइंट जो है डायरेक्ट, है ना, एस4 हाना, तो उस प्रोजेक्ट को बोलते हैं ग्रीन फील्ड, यानी कि कंपनी पहले से ईसीसी नहीं यूज की है, ठीक है, अब वो डायरेक्ट आ रही है एस4 हाना, तो ब्राउन ग्रीन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट हो गया। तो ब्राउन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट को ही बोलते हैं माइग्रेशन, माइग्रेशन फ्रॉम ईसीसी टू एस4 हाना, है ना, माइग्रेशन प्रोजेक्ट, क्लियर। माइग्रेशन का मतलब हो गया एक वर्जन से दूसरे वर्जन पे हम आ रहे हैं वापस, दैट इज कॉल्ड माइग्रेशन प्रोजेक्ट, क्लियर।
यस।
तो यहाँ पे अभी जो जो जैसे हम लोग काम किए हैं ये ओल्ड वर्जन पे, तो हम ब्राउन फील्ड पे भी काम कर सकते हैं, ग्रीन फील्ड पे भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जो लोग काम किए ही नहीं है उनको थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, इसलिए वो ग्रीन फील्ड पे काम करते हैं, या ग्रीन फील्ड, यानी वैसे क्लाइंट जो डायरेक्ट स्टोर आना पे आ रहे हैं, उनको ग्रीन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करना है ना, वो डायरेक्ट इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना है। तो ये होते हैं डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट, प्रोजेक्ट, ओके। एक मिनट, हम एक छोटा सा डॉक्यूमेंट है, बता देते हैं, 1 सेकेंड। हाँ, एससीपी टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट देखिए, है ना। इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में ग्रीन फील्ड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, ए फ्रेश एंड इन टू इन एसएपी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन टू एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विद नो एग्जिस्टिंग एसएपी, यानी उसके पास पहले से कोई एसएपी नहीं था, अब वो उस प्रोजेक्ट को बोलते हैं ग्रीन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट, ठीक है। ब्राउन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट मीन माइग्रेशन फ्रॉम एन एग्जिस्टिंग एसएपी सिस्टम टू न्यू वर्जन while retaining core configuration, यानी ओल्ड से न्यू पे आ रहे हैं, इसको बोलते हैं ब्राउन फील्ड। एक होता है ब्लू फील्ड, ब्लू फील्ड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होता है सिलेक्टिव डेटा ट्रांसलेशन, यानी कंपनी को पूरा इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं चाहिए, सिर्फ कुछ चीजों पे चाहिए, है ना। जैसे कि अब गोदरेज का ही ले लिए एग्जांपल, कंपनी बोलती है कि नहीं, मुझे सारे एरिया का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं चाहिए, मुझे मेरा रिक्वायरमेंट सिर्फ इसी एरिया का है, तो सिर्फ सिलेक्टेड एरिया को ही हमको चाहिए, तो वो ग्रीन ब्लू फील्ड हो जाता है, यानी कि सिर्फ आउट ऑफ 100 एरियाज आई वांट ओनली 20%, 30% टू बी कॉन्फ़िगर, तो उसको बोलते हैं ब्लू फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट। और रोल आउट प्रोजेक्ट होता है डिप्लॉइंग एसएपी टू न्यू बिजनेस यूनिट, यानी एक जगह से दूसरी जगह एक्सटेंड करना, एक लोकेशन से दूसरे लोकेशन पे एक्सटेंड करना, जिसको बोलते हैं रोल आउट प्रोजेक्ट। और अपग्रेड प्रोजेक्ट वही माइग्रेशन अपग्रेडेशन ओल्ड टू न्यू, है ना। उसके अलावा सपोर्ट प्रोजेक्ट है, सपोर्ट यानी सॉल्विंग द इशू, तो ये सारे टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट है, ठीक है, क्लियर। तो हमको यहाँ पे
यस।
ट्रेनिंग में इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑन ग्रीन फील्ड, and also we have to understand the support में what type of issue we face and how we resolve the issue। अभी ट्रेनिंग में भी बहुत सारे इश्यूज दिखेंगे, उसी इशू को हम समझेंगे, टिकट्स है, प्रॉब्लम से कैसे सॉल्व होता है वो भी समझेंगे। integration with other module, how we connected to the finance module, how we are integrated with the sales and material management, logistic, प्रोडक्शन प्लानिंग, है ना? तो वी हैव टू आल्सो अंडरस्टैंड द इंटीग्रेशन विद अदर मॉड्यूल। तो यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग में यू हैव टू गो विद द कंप्लीट नॉलेज अबाउट द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन फॉर द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्लस सपोर्ट एंड इंटीग्रेशन विद द अदर मॉड्यूल, हाउ वी आर कनेक्टेड टू द अदर मॉड्यूल, राइट? क्लियर?
Yes,
ये
sir.
सारी चीजें हम लोग देखेंगे। होपफुली विल रिसीव द सर्वर एक्सेस in the next coming session, so we can plan according to that, right?
Yes,
Ah,
sir.
so if any flexibility, any changes, if you're comfortable and I'm comfortable, so we can discuss the group. If this meeting is available, so we can connect on the next class Saturday. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Timing
Yes, sir.
it may
Sure.
be same or it may be changed. Depend. Okay, clear.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay then. See you in the next class
Yes.
on
Okay.
Saturday. Bye. Have a
Yes,
nice
sir.
day.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.